2121 a pain in my chest till I break. A city pace where hate, I hold a straight face to relate. Seen so much, so I stay hushed, little hope, I don't pray. So ugly rust on all we love, let it rain, we don't break. The rape started, wholehearted, a heart and look a fight. Alone, no limit, no educate, now consume and bite. I breath to free, a contra need another me, no like. I broke a clock and made a beat, a team, I stole Seez Mics. So what's left from everything I've ever said before? No action to show, let alone words express no more. If ignorance is bliss, I'll drink till I reach the floor. And hate myself in the mornings, you won't have to do it for me. I'm a bit fed up with people, I look up to them peers. Put my all in art and empty hot air's all I hear. I try to start, I stutter, stare, no words volunteer. You're all the same and so am I? Fuck that, let's get weird. Fuck this world from your bed to your benches. Revenge is said that I meant it. Judge by the truth that I put in the songs and sentence. Sent you see a semblance so strange. Every pen to page is a handlebar trying to bend the cage. And I bang my head trying to not be vague. Then nothing stands out and I'm bad with names. I'm growing dumber, they growing younger. I waste my breath, they scroll tumbler. I tired too quick to give a shit, I've been a bit of dip, but quit, you died the end. So old and numb, that I'm done, alone I love it. No refunds, hands in the air, no guns pointed at me. Signed to the horn, still rapping for all the fun. What, fuck the games, my friends are mutts, yucked up and strange. We stay in mud, gut bucket fame, so smug like sup. We love to play, no nose, we up, warm up with strays. Go big, go nuts, go make mistakes. Learn stuff with smirks and a flirty face, but all friended up, won't ask your names. All teeth, 10 fingers bald and sleep. Awake, seem calm and breathe, Felice alone. Temperamental anyway, hope for home, but hands free, I'm rogue. So and silent and so provoked. Everything's broken, I hope you choke when you speak out.
Nope.
To state.
All friended up.
21218.
I'm officially on record, not living in the line of notes. You've got shadows and doubt, I cast deciding votes. You want designer coats and chemicals and Diet Coke. I wanna go natural and grab you by the throat. Higher folks, I've grown weary of your tired jokes and conversations based in Seinfeld and the Wire quotes. I climb the ropes, drop my pants and leave vagina soaked, but I'm only here to throw low blows at your highest hopes. High and soaked in vodka optimal, God control, massacre, honorless, monolith with a monkey paw contra flow. I got knowledge only God can know, and since there is no God, I must be God. Can't fly, logic is awesome, bro. Optical illusions and auditory hallucinations. Pockets of pollution and auditoriums, human waste. It's a basic need like a face to feed or a place to sleep. Thankfully, I own nothing that you could take from me. Wanna shake the tree, not rake the leaves. Wanna rate the scene, not pay MCs. It's safe to say I hate your steez. You a make-believe, you a matrice. With a casual fit as a casualty, atrophying due to your apathy, and you die at the end after gradually degrading the grind to a bachelor's degree. Actually, my mastery has to be a minor inconvenience. A simple genius who was pimped to lead us to buy my records and lick my penis. Pain is a peanut insanity, intravenous vanity, and seek it to keep it from breeding, bleeding, or somehow repeating mechanically. All the humanity needed immediate, treating your freedom as premium mad space. Sold at a flat rate to a magnate, willing to castrate, ultimately stagnate the vacuum in leadership roles. Eating fetus' soul with a parasitic need for control, and a vampiric spirit of bleeding the glow for release on your soul. Deep in my zone, spitting patterns like I'm speaking in code. Ether flows, your emperor is asleep in his robe. Bloody cheeks on a throne, teeth in a bowl. My phoenix arose from the ash when the helix explodes.
All friended up.
You see me with those, leave me alone. All friended up, all friended up, all friended up, all friended up, all friended up. I don't need more friends.
I crumpled up my sky, I burned it to the ground. When God gave me an ocean, what could I do but drown? I squeezed the sponges dry, I turned them into clouds. When God gave me an ocean, what could I do but drown?
Shoulder to shoulder, hard hands and hugs. A holy home for life, a little less for love. A lot of pride from young, but fuck the past, we dumb. Just wanna dance and shove, or stimulate till we numb. So give me shots of beam and I'll go back to basics. Little buzz, a dream, a drama queen in Asics. Now I'm grown and mean, don't give a fuck of faces. Someone not believe, the abandoned bridge abated. Hardened hearts they heat, and tiny brains go taste it. Make it sweet, they'll feed, or ABV, they're wasted. From a lab of trees, up the nose inhaling. Comatose or creed, sober up, negated. Occupy and pace, argue place and pen. At a loss we lean for any loved one thin. Home for homes on loan and broken legs we sprint. So we're stoned alone, a cone of shame we swim.
Wonder what it's like to be a fly on a wall in a vacant home. I bet I lie to you all. That Robert Durst shit, talking a stall and I self-deal L's in a sign of this fall. The lines in the wall, there's lies in the law. Take a few deep breaths, squeeze on a ball. The news gone cartoon, people's is lost. You could lose your whole face, teeth and all. All the losers been taught there's a beep on a call and it's not, but there might be. Who really lost anymore is rapists all in the court. Kids in the cages washed up ashore. Every cop on the force is a Nazi for sure, but I wish for it once, food's hot at the door. Okay Google, life's warped. List a few bridges I could check for my corpse.
Gotta be ready for the backlash, act fast. Quicker and easier recycling a rough patch. Living like it's all good, ain't half bad. Till you see the forest and every tree is a struck match. Strip the walls bare your arms walled in from the wilderness, a civilized virus. Ready to spread like the legs of an angel whose wings got clipped by a digitized pirate. Legitimized violence, faking a real place. Plastic plausibility denial to feel safe. A steel cage of concealed rage ablaze in a race to erasing on a pace to steal space. We're fashionably fascist. The middle class is in ashes. We catfish the masses and capture their assets till Atlas collapses.
I crumpled up my sky, I burned it to the ground. When God gave me an ocean, what could I do but drown? I squeezed the sponges dry, I turned them into clouds. When God gave me an ocean, what could I do but drown?
Dreary on the outside, weary on the inside. Whether or not I'm affected depends why. You gonna stop being pushed to the margins? You make a fistful of presidential pardons? I didn't think so, just let the wind blow. The planet revolves, with or without your sin. So impulse control is a cruel joke, but this ain't a rom-com, so fuck it. We're a B-movie way over budget. Covered as callous, can't wait for tomorrow. Sacrifice today until it fades to a hollow memory. I'm just as confused as you. Lockstep hothead, trying not to lose my cool. So how would I handle success? It's a good day when I get to touch breasts. Much less live to see another sunset. I'm busy studying for this random drug test. Step with the ball, fall in the hole. Carefully stall, not in control. Dare me to crawl, off of the fold. Therapy straw, taught me to mold. Addiction to the fiction of friction as a wonder drug. I'm positive the negative results result in an all-out assault on the freedoms of the lab rats. But when the side effects include cyber threats, how much time is left before our dying breath? Negatives to positive results result in an all-out assault on restrictions for the subjects. But when the side effects include a fiery death, I'd expect a little compensation for the time we spent. Putting sweet cheeks on the hot seat, wading knee deep in the Knob Creek. Keeping it 100 was not cheap. We found a wonder drug, but we lost sleep. Now maybe being woke is a camouflage for the psychic ability to sabotage. But if you're at a loss for causes to rattle off, check the caveats of the padded walls of my back catalog. Add them all up, the Adderall stuck in the guts of the upper class, suffering summer rash. The special effects that we become attached to often result in most episodic of humble brags. Struck a lucky match, it was just sex. I'm guessing the reuptake is up next, and I don't have a good reason for the unrest. I'm busy studying for this random drug test. I'm positive the negative results result in an all-out assault on the freedoms of the lab rats. But when the side effects include cyber threats, how much time is left before our dying breath? Negatives to positive results result in an all-out assault on restrictions for the subjects. But when the side effects include a fiery death, I'd expect a little compensation for the time we spent. To the fiction of friction as a wonder drug. Good as it gets when you see it. It's as bad if not worse when you don't. So don't look down unless you're up to seeing who's there when it's just you. How could anyone be so blind to the signs? I guess sometimes you just walk off that cliff. Where you land is where you land, and who you with is who you with now. Chewing bricks got your energy wasted. You can't remember how happiness tasted. Forget how it felt. You're feeling like a failure instead of yourself. You gotta pick your battles, the poisons pick you. At times too paralyzed and paranoid to stick to being self-made, solitude felt safe. Seen your future like 12th grade till the bell rang. You can let it go, not like you never know. More like you can't make a mountain out of stepping stones, or thrones out of disinfected bones. Just roam, you know, sometimes lighthearted means heavy home. Good as it gets when you see it. It's as bad if not worse when you don't. So don't look down unless you're up to seeing who's there when it's just you. Don't look down. Good as it gets when you see it. It's as bad if not worse when you don't. So don't look down unless you're up to seeing who's there when it's just you. Don't look down. Adjust to the physical response to the environmental influence on the rock bottom that will haunt you. Long as you keep holding on to the cliffs of the mountains that you've made from the hill of beans. The Philistines only settle for idyllic scenes. No man's an island ain't entirely true. A burning bridge means admire the view. Let the flames at your heels grow dim as horizon and dusk, while the weight on your eyes tie them shut. Wise enough to sleep alone. The company you keep inside the cuts too deep to bleed or read a poem. The cruel fate of a fugue state. Insight gained is love lost to a few traits. Roommates who can't decide which team they're on, or forget which side of the screen they're on. Good as it gets when you see it. It's as bad if not worse when you don't. So don't look down unless you're up to seeing who's there when it's just down. Didn't Uncle Sam die recently? Legally, victimized by high frequency. Oddly enough, people he treated equally let him burn slow while the ash spread evenly. They went to drain the swamp. They went to drain the swamp. The swamp drained them. The swamp drained them. Withdrawals from a blood bank. Withdrawals from a blood bank. Deposits to a gun safe. Be confused, be controlled. Conclude you're alone. Act subdued. A boot on your throat. Next to the knife and fork, there's a beast to feed, and it's starved for attention. Something to satiate the salivating sycophants in advance to be an appetite stupid dinner plan. We bring a scam within a scam, but spinning spam in a span of life sentences. So if it sounds like censorship, pound, don't mention it. Nobody proof, nobody gets benefits. When it hits the fan, nothing gets to smell out. We're gonna feast on that flesh for a generation. Easily digested as requested. After all, you paid for it. Reporting live from a human rainforest. If it bleeds, it leads, but if it breeds, it's the main course. A scream from the maniacs, muzzled by a ball gag, echoes through a torture chamber. We all laugh at the short and fruit, we can't walk back. Amber grains of truth are being waved in the false flag, and answer blows in a different direction while the windbags drop bait on sitting ducks. Mating for ratings but can't get an erection without beta testing for liberal cucks. Now get it up. Please subscribe to our role in the rampage, feeding the vampires vitriolic sham rage, full of finishing touch to she sheds and man caves. Check the classifieds at Geen selling lampshades. You bias for the bias to reinforce context. We constantly reinvent to lead a horse to the waterlogged on cemetery, so we can beat it till it's dead and buried. Hate is hereditary. Go out on the limb for your family tree. Who storm from the table when they can't agree? You see, nothing leans coming from the slaughterhouse. After chewing the fat chance, we're so glad you brought a spouse to an a la carte orgy of oligarchs. Smoke covers above, co-brothers and body parts. Within the funeral pyre, the cannibalistic humans desire meat-eating media.
that you're looking for. The one that you want to kill.
What does it all mean? The one that you want to kill.
My neighbors used to chop trees, now they just cherry pick. A voice, a vice, anything to be buried with. Comfort in conformity, comfortable enormity. It's easier to die to the death if you've got more than me. I can see it in your eyes, so greed is good. Riddance of pittance, you can burn alive, I'll keep the wood. And sell splinters to descendants during hell's winter. Well wishes under your skin with self-interest. Your pheromones smell different, still I wanna fucking fight. 7 circle jerking suicide, is it a human right? A stupid life and a brilliant death. Masturbation's a waste, I got 1 million left. The children slept through the dream date, still a mess from the ill effects of a clean break. The streets shake until it dawns on suburbia. City blues don't help you lose all that guilt any earlier. Early bird will catch the wormhole, wait in line to migrate, but never gets his turn though. I remembered the math, forgot the words, so here we go again in the voyeuristic circle. Constrict and release. Salvation salivating at the final bell. Time will tell why the hell anyone aligns themselves with the lie that sells the self-destruction as the final melts. Adam and Steve choke each other with a Bible belt. The hired helpless seller, selfish as selfless sellers, as single as science allows. Synapses fire me now, tire me down, tightly wound. Constrict and release. We're all victims of each.
Too many footsteps find me in a mess, short of breath. Holding my face till I'm seen as ugly, given no respect. I'm still flexing till my muscles give up. I'll throw up hands standing in the face of strong labels like a person but called a man. This could still be different in care, waiting to hear nothing's left. Instant reactions versus plain fingers, not pointing in jest. It makes it feel a little shook, I'm standing crooked next to me. Pushing clean truths to your respect, but neglected is less to be. Shaking grounds and things so common, I fall to knees in your nonsense. Aggressive and honest, but never to be foolish. With you and such promise, when friends have arrogance enough to see how short fuses cut, still laugh with mouthfuls of arguments and never add to much. I'll trip and fall in my own irony. I'll grab at those who tire me. I'll leave my respect to be stolen along with my passions and piracy. The only way to hold this grip is angry, numbing and iffy. Grown to disbelieve and teething in tantrums, tandemly shifting. Falling in places so similar, standing in faces, but bitter to life as you know it. Knowing what's shown is shown to belittle you. My home is a home where hands slipping up, gripping what can. Callous fingers flipping through uses of no excuses for where I stand. Sweat dripping down my face, standing in Baltimore I pace. Controlling my breath and questioning prejudice, testing each race. Another block, another bent kid, another girl, another friendship. A claim to tease, a test to please, approve a beat, constrict and release. Constrict and release.
Generated your kinfolk until a pattern emerged. Feel you've had it with purpose. Iconoclast getting spinal taps from the final wrath of science, math, and an ironclad agreement. Organizer of the moral fiber organ grind. Never mind the blood stains of your predecessor. They're just a warm reminder that every course of bars. The naked truths don't always make for better dresses. Rape the emperor while I take his temperature. Thermometer, commoner among androids from Andromeda. Astronomers monitor all my movements like Osama or Obama. While philosophers discuss who the father is. And all of this is fodder for the nihilist who always answers when you ask him what the deal is. The realist, delegating to his delegate, consulting your stupidity, insulting your intelligence. Straight jackets and gay apparel. Strange fabrics will make you sterile. Your mutilated genitals are carried away
by computer-aided sentinels and buried in clay.
Obscure the little people with big words. Injure your brittle ego, come get served. Incur the bitter emo from lists. Prefer to mix drinks with insure. Cause I'm too old for this ogreish hopelessness. I like my pessimism emotionless. And voters get conservative, the gay bars. Get the chair, pimp slap them with the rape. Hooray for voting booths and tax laws. Hooray for preservatives and stomach parts. Hooray for sex toys and holy water. Hooray for umbilical cords and pallbearers. Hooray for voting booths and tax laws. Hooray for preservatives and stomach parts. Hooray for sex toys and holy water. Hooray for umbilical cords and pallbearers.
They play with the food and hip-hop, they eat with a score. Their souls chest press regret and reach from the floor. They speak on ignorance cause ignorant rather ignore. And I can't write to your beats anymore cause I get bored. This collapse is laughing, the partial artist becking a pattern. The judgment that loves you when these poets play slapstick. Filling captions with product placement meant to entertain the passive. Enough to glue eyes of fatherless bastards raised by commercials that are meant for math. Understand the planned out pattern now for you follow tools. Let the stronghold and breeding path predetermined by you. Playing fame with death footage, flaunting flagrants and shiny jewels. They jackal and let them lean back so we can label our fools. Your bigs made from a false alpha, stunned, colorful, feathered, blameless, a dry sentiment, now just a tantrum out the name. Constant inconsistence blows me kisses, you're all the same. With the walk it out dance while our reality decays. This is the smoke you choke on when your vex is tested at last. Backstabs your foundation when you fail, feels you're getting the shaft. Phony friendships you ended when the splendid it just got gas. And you find eternal reflection in exploiting that you're an ass. All these rappers wanna sing, and all the singers wanna rap. All the rappers turn preachers play with the little boys in the back. They all allow it with the fearing tie of addicts that don't know how to act. Cause power's made from a massive belief too insecure to separate fact. And now they're found fiddling through jails of young males, American task. Real poor overpopulation and pacify fast. Pacifying with resorts of relief and profit. Got it seeded and cracked. Prefer to save our broadcast to put celebrities on blast. Hooray for Hummers and jock straps. Hooray for prejudice, governments in Iraq. Hooray for leaders who don't appease the free or answer an honest question and can't do shit for me.
Our tears pooled together like the money that we raised, none of which could save you, but some of which we saved, so your memory can live on in a world you grew to hate. Despite the love that grew out of the world you helped create, you were always so serious, you were always so hilarious, you were always so sincere, you were always there to care for us. And even in death I hear you say, everyone, are you okay? But we don't have the answers for the questions asked by cancer. And all those jokes we made about what a shitty place this is must have been laughing at us while you lay silently in that bed. You couldn't speak, I couldn't stop, the world just kept on dying. Life could never tame you, but that never stopped it from trying. The first time we met was hysterically awkward. Anyone listening, ask me about it sometime. It's good to reflect, you learn to accept a little fear can't eclipse sunshine. Josh, and a peer named Cubbiebear. If he wasn't making masterpieces, he was cutting hair. The paradox of searching for peace and finding nothing there. What you found, oh what you found. A place of solace for all the lost kids. Such a sound, yes, such a sound. Explosive, caustic, firebox it. Baltimore's least willing prophet. Most obvious prospect for drawing a line in the sand just to cross it. Our concert don't mean we're in concert, but I guess that's what made your mantra contra. On the night you died, I cried inside, but felt relief and said out loud, I'm glad your pain is over. Hello, I hope you're better now. I was a fan and a friend, you were a friend and a fan. You taught me what it meant to die like a man. Life is so annoying cause I can no longer share it with you. Our tears pooled together like the money that we raised, none of which could save you, but some of which we saved, so your memory can live on in a world you grew to hate. Despite the love that grew out of the world you helped create, you were always so serious, you were always so hilarious, you were always so sincere, you were always there to care for us. And even in death I hear you say, everyone, are you okay? But we don't have the answers. Fuck cancer.
It's going to be hard for me to do something you don't want to do. It's going to be hard for me to not do something you want to do. Well, then we're in a pickle. That's a great place to be. I love pickles. Hunting constellations in a North Carolina night. Our next crane sitting on the roof. I found Pisces and Capricorn. Hey look, you're right next to me. Yep, right here and in the sky. When you die, send me stars. When I die, I'll send you butterflies.